Okay, Capricorn, welcome to September 2025 and your astronumerology reading. This is for Capricorn rising, and let's get into it. September is the ninth month in the ninth year. For a numerology reading, the portions of this reading that relate to numerology, we have to deal with the endings and the spiritual endings and the physical endings and the change in mindset. That has been what has been occurring for the entire 2025. September brings more of that to the forefront. And so for Capricorn, this is also going to be surrounding your ninth house and whatever is in your ninth house, which natally for you, the ninth house is about your health, right? Is your sixth house has moved to the ninth house area. So this could be a time for you doing more learning and seeking out additional advice regarding your health, regarding sports or physical things that you could do to improve your health, right? More competitive things that will help you reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. Ninth house is also associated with Sagittarius. So wherever Sagittarius is in your chart currently, that is where you're going to also feel an impact. In your natal chart, Sagittarius is in the 12th house, which is where Pisces normally sits. So I would expect that your 12th house would be impacted by this month. So there might be more endings in the home. Maybe people move out, maybe people move in. So that changes your peace, your freedom in your home. Changes in your home this month or changes in what you feel is your sanctuary may occur. Changes in how you see death in general, how you see what is coming as far as the ending in life, and not just the physical death, but the spiritual death. Transitioning from one belief system to another belief system is a death, right? And they all involve a grieving process. So, from astrology, we have energies that move, that circulate, and when those energies circulate, whatever they go around, that house gets impacted by the energy that's circulating. For everyone is different as to what is impacted. So for some, it's the home. For some, it's the job, the career. For some, it's their health. For some, it's their marriage, different things. For some, it's the body and movement. For some, it's just a lot of different aspects, right? This time there's always multiple energies, but what is important here is two sets of energies that are floating together. And one is the Venus Mercury K2 energy, and K2 is retrograde. And that energy is floating together around the ninth house and the 10th house for you at the start of the month. Um, a tiny bit left in your eighth house, which means you may have just come out of some uh, unforeseen or some challenging health circumstance that was looked like it would be detrimental to you, but it looks like you may have come out of that. So you're going into this ninth energy, which is more of a travel, a little bit of let's have a little bit more fun and work on some other areas. The problem is that the Venus and the K2 energy together, K2 being retrograde, gives you a sense of not being satisfied in this particular area. So for you, it is in your ninth and 10th, meaning in your ninth house, education, extended family on a separate level of family, um, you know, guru, your sense of knowledge, what you know when it comes to maybe a spiritual thing. And also your career. You may not have been completely satisfied with the career path that you had chosen for your life or the career path that you're currently on, and you may be reevaluating what that offers you and what it has offered you, what it affords you in life, and kind of looking back, thinking, I could have done more. You may not be really content with how you have laid plans, laid foundations in your life as far as your career goes. Maybe you think you need more education in order to take your career to another level. So you're really evaluating that in this period and deciding where to go and what to let go of, right? Do you need to let go of your current career? Right? It's, a choice. Do you need to let go of the thoughts of going back to school, or do you need to go forward with it? That's where your mindset is. You will have some enlightenment during this time period because the sun shows up and the sun gives way to new information that's coming and allows you to make movement, to make a concrete decision and go forward with it. The other energy that's moving opposite of this energy is the Saturn and Rahu energy. And Saturn is a very slow moving energy, and Saturn and Rahu both are also retrograde, which also brings us back to thinking about things. And Saturn, now, the thing about Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, right? And it is in your home and it's in your home energy pretty heavy. So it's causing you to rethink the decisions, the foundations, the support system. Perhaps your home needs work. Perhaps your home feels like it's falling apart in different areas. And perhaps you feel that way too. And you have to really think about what's going on. Maybe there's hidden things. Maybe you have a hidden issue, like mold or something within your home, or a leak somewhere in your home, or something's not really functioning, and you're just revisiting that situation. It could be something that you thought was repaired, and it's all of a sudden you realize it isn't. But it is about your foundations, right? So it's about your foundations in the physical home and how you see your home in the sense of the spiritual, meaning what is home for you? Are you in the right city? Are you in the right state, right? Are you in the right country? That's a conversation, right? It's reevaluating that and reevaluating whether or not you should have moved at a certain point. There's a bit of nostalgia with a mother energy that's showing up here too. If you are missing a mother figure, my condolences to you, but it seems like there might be some energy there that you're rethinking or focus on an energy that a mother figure brought to your life that's no longer there. So that's how you start. Okay. I mean, that's all the first week. The first week. So as we continue moving forward, let's see. The Venus in energy is moving rather slowly as well, but that Mercury and that K2 energy is moving closer and closer to your 11th house. And it is around, there's an eclipse that occurs on the 7th. And when that eclipse occurs, let's go back. Let's go back. Ooh, honey. Ooh, honey, honey. Okay. When that eclipse occurs on the 7th, around somewhere around 9:15 Eastern time in the morning, um, you're going to see this most impactful in your 7th and 6th house. Excuse me. And that's in your 6th and your 12th house. And your 6th house was let's see, so your 6th house was the Gemini energy. Your 12th house was the Sagittarius energy, which is at 9. So on the 7th, somewhere around 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning, Eastern time, you're going to see some challenges, eclipse, right? Some things being removed out of your life in a sense. in those two houses, in your 12th and your sixth house. And the sixth house is health. Maybe you're going to stop taking medication. That would be a great thing. Maybe there's something that you no longer have to do. It can be a good thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be something bad in those two areas. Maybe there's a Sagittarius energy that is no longer going to be in your space, right? That's possible. So, okay, those are two energies there. Remember when I say a date or time when it comes to astrology, it's normally the date of, the day before, the day after, because it's all depends on where you live. All right, so let's move forward. So you have a complete shift in focus during the second week of September. And that focus where you started out with that whole home energy and throughout the day, that's going to come back around too. You're going to have this energy move every day. This energy is moving in different places. But later on in the day around the 9th, you're going to have my terminology of a trine, not necessarily trine from traditional astrology, but you're going to have a combination of that Rahu and Cancer, which Cancer is also mothering energy, and it is an energy that brings about secrets as well. Rahu is an energy that brings about secrets, and this is all being heavily influenced by Mars and K2. So something really important is going to be revealed to you on September 9th, plus or minus, around about 2 o'clock, plus or minus. Okay. Some information, and this information is going to be about your kids. Actually, it's really your fifth house. It's about lessons and being learned. It's all pointing towards your fifth house. So something, the aspect of your children, um, or grandchildren, or something of that, someone younger than you. Some information is going to be revealed September 9th. I can tell you what it is. I did. Okay, so let's keep going and let's move on. Any other really interesting energy for Capricorn? On, you're going to have a lot of areas hard hit by the Rahu and Saturn slow moving kind of energy. You're going to have that's going to be impactful for you, um, because it is also going to be heavy in your fifth house, and health concerns with children is definitely a thing. So this is for you, this month is more about your children and endings and letting go of your children and revealing things with your children. That's what this month is about for you. And when I say children, it doesn't necessarily have to be your biological child, but it had to do with someone that you are a parent figure to, or you are a person who maybe is help raise them, maybe an aunt, you maybe your uncle, maybe you're someone in this, or a godmother, godfather, someone, but you have a position to where you're looked up as a parent figure. And it's information being revealed about them that becomes really important for you this month. So that's where your focus is going to be. It's dealing with whatever they have going on. And because it looks like you've come out of some of your own personal things, and now it's a matter of their situation becoming important to you. And then because it's also close to the fourth house, that's why I know it's definitely home related. So it's someone close to you in that sense. Let's see. Looks like there's innovations in place of this. Okay. So there could be a something instrumental like a tool, machine that could be beneficial to the health of the person involved. That is around the 24th. You might find out about what that is, that if the person were to look into it, it could help improve their health in that sense. Okay. The reading went somewhere else. I did not expect it to go. All righty. So finally, at the end of the month, last part of the month, the energy shifts and it goes into your third and your second house. And so it looks like in your third house, you'll get back to some exercising, communicating, having a little bit of fun at least. You could interact with neighbors more and you could have some conversations with your siblings. You might hear back about some property and paperwork surrounding property around the 29th and 30th of the month. And then you might be reevaluating. There's a lot of property stuff for you and the end of the month. So you could be selling a house or buying property or something to that effect, or signing paperwork for property. You could be liquidating your assets and dividing assets up, something like that. You got some money things happening the very last 2 to 3 days of the month. The majority of the month is going to be focused on children, those even schools, even, if you're a teacher. So if you're a teacher, you're also in that parent type statue as a child. A child would think of you as like a parent. So that energy I spoke of earlier could also be happening at a school for you. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Looks like your attention is to help the children. Bye.